Miles Dewey Degas. The man, the truth, the legend. Miles Davis is arguably the greatest to ever pick up a trumpet. He's the author of Cool and the man who to this day holds the record for the greatest selling jazz record of all time. Miles Davis is not just on the list of the world's greatest jazz musicians. He heads that list with a career spanning over 5 decades. Miles Davis, see, he's more than just a man. He is the walking symbolism of how high and unfettered black man can fly.
What, damn it?
Yes, Mr. Davis, this is Ripple Tide from Time Magazine.
Who?
Ripple Tide from Time. Hello? Mr. Davis.
Get the fuck off my doorstep or I'll blow you off my doorstep. I ain't got no interview scheduled today.
Hey, Miles, it's Bill. Needs to come out here now, man. There's a whole host of reporters, and they say they're not leaving until they hear from you.
Bill, what? Who? This nigga's crazy. I almost came out here with my gun, man.
I see. Our almost friends.
Come on.
We're going to round one. Johnson, much the larger man. He's 209 pounds to Ketchell's 160.
Okay. So, fight's on. What's this sound?
That's the future.
What's the future's name?
Prince Rogers Nelson.
So he's a prince named Rogers Nelson.
No. He's a nigga from Minnesota named Prince Rogers Nelson. He just goes by Prince. You want some water or juice or something?
Juice. We love juice.
Shit, I don't. Shit, Cicely took all the alcohol out the house, got me drinking nothing but water and juice, eating raw vegetables and shit. What I really want is a hot link sandwich.
Or a good Philly cheesesteak.
Something other than this rabbit fare.
So, Cicely, you all back home?
Shit, I guess. She's always around here, cooking and juicing, dragging me out and about, curtain calls and shit.
Well, you look good.
Look at this, I got these cups from Spain. Nice.
You look strong. Look like you're ready to release some new music.
Look like all of that, huh? I feel like shit. What the hell you doing for it anyway, man? You lucky I like you popping up on me like that.
You know, the world has not heard a new note or a new album from Miles Davis in over 5 years. I'm just here checking on my best friend.
I'm all right. Can't complain. I could, but it wouldn't change shit. Watch this. This fight is especially significant. Both Ketchell, that's the white guy,
I know.
and Johnson agreed prior to the fight not to throw any hard punches so the fight can go on longer and they can make more money. Oldest trick in the book, right? So Ketchell at round 12 does this. Watch. And then Johnson does this. Watch.
Kapow! That looked like it hurt.
Knocked down 5 of his team. 1, 2, 3, damn, 4, 5.
You know, I always found it interesting that all of his 3 wives were white.
White and ugly. Cost him his whole career, too. Still, he was the first black heavyweight champion of the world. So what else is new?
You know, after 7 years of Fat Albert, I'm starting to feel like it's done its job. I'm trying to figure out what's next. I got 5 kids, man. 5. That should be illegal. everywhere in the house. So many girls. It's just me and the boy, and we're always surrounded. And everybody's voices are way up here, and everything is a Greek tragedy. My family gives me the best material.
Hey. Never been done before. Not by a black man, anyway. But I get it. This shit gets old. Yeah.
Everything has an end. What about you and acid jazz?
That's over. You know, I saw you got a film with Richard coming out. How is Richard?
He's having a good time, that's for sure. You know, between all the drugs and the women, you know, I mean, I like the women too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You walk outside, you trip over 3 of them.
5 of us. And they would love every second of that trip too, man. It's really something else, but the drugs, I just could never understand it. I had to drag his ass to set almost every day there.
That's when you know when you're in deep. Once you start caring for the work, once you start showing up. I've been there.
My father was an alcoholic, and I never dug the idea of not being in control.
Your father was an alcoholic? My father really drank. I drank, snorted, smoked, shot, everything that there is down there, even dropped some acid too. But that's the thing about being a man. Every man decides his own destiny, no matter how he's raised.
Agree to disagree, my friend. How you're raised very much informs your choices. You either see what you want to be, or you see what you don't want to be, and then you get what you do.
Yeah, maybe so. Family life is never really for me. It's too restrictive. I'm a Gemini. I like my freedom.
What's a Gemini?
It's a sun sign. You're not hip to astrology.
You mean the study of the sun, stars, and the moon alignment?
Right.
No idea.
You doing New Year here in the city?
I'm doing the thing with Dick Clark.
Yeah.
I'm guest hosting.
All right.
You know, and it's shaking NBC to the core too. They think they own me. You know, I thought about it. I might just own them one day. I like that idea.
Yeah, they thought they owned me at Columbia. White men thought they owned me at Columbia. White men in positions of power think they own everything and everyone. That's why I attend all my meetings with a pistol. This is mine. I got company, okay? Not now, Cicely.
Is that the Cicely Tyson?
Yeah, well, Bill popped up, okay? I don't know, you ask him. And don't be going on and on and on tying up my phone. I'm expecting a call. Never mind from who. Bill, just want to talk to you. There it is.
Hello? Cicely there? Yep, how are you? Well, that'll do it. Hey How much does one of these go for?
I don't know. I never sold one.
Well, figure it out. I want to take one home to the wife.
The wife, how is Camille?
Still the better half of the whole. We become quite the collectors. It seems like her palate for the finest of art grows as I make more money. And my wallet grows as our collection grows. Art is the big money game. I would love to add a piece from the collection of Miles Davis.
Not that one.
Why not?
It's not done. It's just a sketch.
Well, I've become quite partial to this one.
Partial, huh?
Yes.
In the 2 minutes I
It's more like 5. But who's the comedian here?
It's definitely you. Tom, right?
So I've heard. I'm serious, man. You got some really good stuff here.
Good ain't good enough. If I do something, it's gotta be great. The world is nothing less.
Say, man, you remember the first time we met?
Yeah, somewhere at the airport, somewhere around 64, 65. I think it was in Chicago. You were doing I Spy.
Great memory, but you're wrong. That was the second time. The first time was at the Showboat in 54. I was 17. You were doing the matinee with Paul Chambers and my favorite from Philly.
Billy Joe Jones.
That's the one.
Yes, I remember that show. Band was off. That's the same year that Newport started. Everybody was upset, right? Because talk around town was that we were supposed to get the invite, but we didn't. So that first year was Billy, Lester Young, Dizzy, Oscar Peterson, and Ella. The second day it rained, right? But the audience stayed. After that, man, we just played like we had a chip right on our shoulder. I was there with the band and cheered.
Yeah, I recall. But I'm talking about the Showboat in 54. See, it was during your break. You went and took the seat right behind the bar by the stairs. And in my head, we were already friends, so I took a seat right next to you. And I sat there for several minutes saying nothing. And you had on those black shades, and yep, that's the look right there. So I'm sitting there saying and doing nothing, but all my friends were watching, and I had to go back with a story to tell. Do you remember what I said?
Oh, I remember this happening.
I said, everything all right, is it? And you looked back with those cooler than cool black shades, and you said, yeah. And I'm sitting there looking forward, and with all the cool I could muster, I said, I'll see you later, Miles. And you said, all right. I wasn't sure how you were going to respond because word around town was you suffered no fools.
Never had, never will.
My man. You know, and I had to go back and lie about the entire conversation. And they called me out on it too, man. They were watching my lips. What are you doing tonight?
I don't know. Sister, dragging me somewhere tonight. I really just want to stay home. I got some clams in the freezer I've been wanting to cook.
Well, listen, I'll be filming outside of Times Square tonight, but I got a room at the Four Seasons.
Leave the address.
To the Four Seasons?
To wherever you want me to come by.
I'm not going to write on that. Here. Stop by tonight, if not tomorrow, for a late lunch.
Do you really think I can sell this art?
Absolutely.
The sketching helps to free my mind from music.
You know, Cicely sounds good. Looking forward to seeing her. Seems like she's keeping busy.
Keeping busy on my ass. Honestly, though, it's been good. I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Do tell.
I'm going to England or something.
You in Sicily?
No, me and the musicians. You asked about music.
Yeah, well, a little ways ago, but that's all right, man.
I'm gonna go to work on some music, see what happens.
Oh, you should do something like
You know, I never could get over how you made that record with Quincy back in '69 and not me.
Are you kidding? That was back when you did it a silent way. You were real intense then.
I was all coked up and drinking heavily. Maybe we could have done something. It was a good record.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was for the Bill Cosby show. You know, the one about the gym teacher.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah, I watched every episode. I said, look at my friend. You won all those Emmys for I Spy. So I was so excited to see just what you were going to do next.
Oh, yeah? Well, how'd I do?
It's about as good as in the silent way.
I had the best of intentions with that show, but it just wasn't a commercial success.
Fuck commercial success. Sometimes it's just about what you want to say. In a Silent Way was not a commercial success, but I said what I wanted to say.
1970. You made Bitches Brew. What's that, like your first or second bestseller now?
Oh, it's neck and neck with Kind of Blue. Still, they both still selling. Still selling as we speak. What's coming up next? Another comedy album?
Home video. Richard just did that set on Sunset, man, and he killed it. You know, comedy albums about to start taking back seats to home video. Say, man, put that Future back on.
Prince record?
My daughter likes it.
Of course she does. So you've had their hands on the pulse of everything that's new.
The youth have their hands on the pulse of whatever will give the parents a heart attack. That's what I think.
They're one and the same, man. You really think I can sell now?
Absolutely. You have one of the richest buyers in America in your living room right now. And whatever this is, and what is this?
William Henry Cosby Jr. Funniest man in America, white or black, since 1963. Hell, probably before that. Don't tell Richard I said that. The first black man to co-star in a prime-time television show. The first to carry a gun and get to shoot lights on TV with it. A walking piece of history. A man like me, making people pay him. You've got to make those people pay it.
As I live and breathe, Miles Dewey Davis in the flesh.
Thought I was gonna die out there in the hallway. Who was you talking to, the president?
Almost. Have a seat.
Yeah.
I was talking to Dr. Alvin Poussin, the professor of psychiatry and the associate dean at Harvard, and he's black. See, most of these writers are white, man. So before we shoot, I always have them look over the scripts just to make sure we're not damaging the psyche of the people. When I say the people, I mean...
You mean black people? That's huge, man. I love to see it. It's really wonderful to see. Upwardly mobile black people isn't the fantasy that white America thinks it is. Racist ass country.
I got a lot of pushback from producers when I decided that the wife and I would be doctors and lawyers. They thought it was unrealistic.
My dad was a dentist and the richest man in the county, white or black. My mom was a classically trained pianist.
That there's a gift from a friend. It's installed in this dressing room.
You know, I get visits from all over.
Never mesmerized by it.
I just sold one to Lionel Richie for 25 months.
I can believe it. And to what do I owe this visit? Is this a gift for me? Goodness. Put all the glue on it, you good. Good Lord, friend. Phew. $60?
To be honest, back in the day, I wouldn't believe I would live this long, but here I am.
Here you are, thriving. You know, I heard the new album.
Yeah, and what do you think?
I like it. It has the sound of today, but it's still miles. It has that thing that only you can do. And you know, it's also surprisingly upbeat. Are you happy?
I'm grateful, you know. But Angel do that to me.
That will.
You know, I never got to tell you how much you meant that New Year's you stopped by our house. I was in a weird space. I wasn't mentally or physically well.
I mean, it was the least I could do for all the years of inspiration you've given me. You remember when we first met?
Yeah, at the airport, somewhere around 64, 65, right?
You know, there was always something I wondered about our first run-in at the Showboat in 54.
Yeah, what's that?
You know, you were known for having a temper, and no one ever knew what to expect when they accosted you.
That hasn't changed.
But on that day, you were cool and calm. I was obviously from the audience, and I was bothering you during your break, but you never got angry with me.
You expected me to.
Hell, anything could happen. But I just felt a cool acceptance.
Well, one, right? You were a young black man. Two, you probably held a nice suit.
Oh, yes, I did. I was shocked. I saved all my tips from shiny shoes.
See, so that was it. And it was also that thing, you know, that you had this air of greatness that said that, you know, you were somebody, or you were going to be.
I had that je ne sais quoi, as the French say.
That je ne sais quoi.
Who is that?
Mr. C, it's Nina.
Nina? Doesn't ring a bell. But you can come in at your own risk.
Mr. C, you're needed on set.
Okay. You need me, you got me.
Okay.
I gotta get back to it. You should stay for the show.